Hey, what's up on Silver Revolters? It's B-Mac back at the Blackest of the Black Festival. Saw so many bands here tonight, and I'm so excited to interview a band that'll be performing on Saturday. Matt will be covering those guys in the photo pits, so be ready for them. They are Black Metal's heroes, and they are sitting down with me, freezing our asses off because it's cold right now, but we're getting heated up by the mosh pits out there. So please help me welcome the members of Ritual.
Yeah.
Ritual.
Nice intro.
Thank you very much.
Very nice.
Introduce yourself, guys, and what you do.
I am Ian Fleming. I am the singer and guitar player.
I'm London May. I'm the drummer.
I'm Austin Spittler. I play bass and backup vocals.
Oh, that's cool. Bass player. I'm a bass player too. Guys, stick
Awesome,
together. So, Ritual. Tell me the name, his origin behind that name. Why'd you want to go with that?
A lot of bands wanted to go with that.
There's actually a lot of rituals in the world, but we started back in the early '90s, and this was before the internet and all that stuff. So we didn't know, that there were other rituals out there, and we didn't really care either. I don't know. The name just sounded cool. We were making sort of dark, different music that was different than other people at the time, and it just seemed fitting.
Yeah. Now, Ian, you're the only original member of Left Handed Grill.
Correct.
London, Austin, when did you guys join up with this Master of the Blackness?
Well, funny story is I was doing a play, and one of the guys that I was in the play with said that his roommate mentioned that there was a black metal band looking for a drummer, and one thing led to another, and that was I don't know, maybe around Christmas time of 2016. Me and Ian hooked up, and he gave me some material, and I was pretty excited about the stuff that I had seen online. I thought this is fucking great, and then he leaked a couple songs off the new record, and that just fucking blew my mind, and I was like, I need to fucking be in this band. I hadn't played drums in a little while, so I really took a crash course to make sure that I could cut the mustard with this band.
And did you, obviously?
Here we are 5 months later doing Blackest, so yeah, I feel like,
Yeah, it was really cool. Within a relatively short time, like 4 or 5 months, here we are,
Right.
Yeah.
And
nice.
I joined the band back in February. I'd been aware of Ritual for like several years, but I wasn't really too familiar with it. Our guitar player Pete, he and I lived together, and we also play in a death doom band called October Flame. He joined Ritual first, and I guess they were still looking for a bass player.
And you're a guitar player, right?
I'm essentially a guitar player. I'm mostly a guitar player. I'm a guitar player and vocalist. I was ushered into the bass position, but it's not the first time that's happened to me, because I played in Visterion, Ritual Aeon, and a couple other bands as far as bass playing goes. But I'm a guitar player. But it's like, okay, I heard the studio recordings of Ritual, and I was like, this is really cool. So I went and tried out, and here I am today playing at Blackest of the Black. It was a lot of hard work, and
I can be a little bit of an asshole sometimes, I can admit it.
A little bit.
to be perfectly honest, when I joined,
I'm sensing tension already.
I was having a little bit of trouble, and I was just like, what the fuck did I get myself into?
Oh man, every day, right now.
But you know what? It drastically went from like, struggling with it overnight to just getting it, because we finally sat down.
Something clicked.
Yeah, we sat down. He gave me the lone bass tracks with the drum tracks, and it was like, okay, this is what I need. And then I went to practice the following week, and it was like, okay, it was a drastic change. So that's how I came in, and like, man, probably one of the best moves I ever made as far as like my musical endeavors. So I'm very happy with it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So what turned you guys on to black metal? What intrigued you to go into that genre?
Loaded question.
It was just sort of this was 20 plus years ago for me, you know what I mean? This is the early 90s, I was a little kid, and I was just progressively looking for heavier and heavier music. I liked heavy metal, and it just kept going and going and going, and I was looking for heavier and heavier and heavier things. And, I heard a few black metal bands, and it was just, I fell in love, it felt like that's if I felt like I had something to contribute to that style of music, you know, and so I did.
There you go.
Yeah.
With my introduction to black metal began in like 2002 with Borknagar. And I just immediately loved the sound of it, especially because it can go from being grim and extreme to like being melodic and atmospheric and beautiful, and that's always something I've looked for in music. So at this point I've been following black metal for a good 15 years, so
That's
it's just
cool.
part of my background, really, you know.
I get you. London?
Well, I've always been, you know, into punk rock and metal and goth and horror movies and stuff like that, and kind of like Ian, where you get a taste of it and you want more, and you keep going down that rabbit hole, and you keep discovering stuff and seeing where people have taken things. And then I remember, I think it was like 1997, 98, when this movie Gummo came out.
Gummo, yeah. I remember that,
and the soundtrack was a lot of black metal stuff, and I was like,
That was a fucking
oh
trippy movie.
shit, yeah, you know, like somebody is doing something visually, and you know, they've taken, you know, horror and punk and and demon worship, and they've just taken it to this extreme level, and so, you know, it's just natural for me. Anything dark and scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as far as like black metal goes, and as far as my musical endeavors, I tried to get away from it for a while, but like it always happens that like a opportunity presents itself that I can't resist, and Ritual, as far as black metal goes, offered something different than, you know, what I was bombarded with for years. So that's one thing that encouraged me to join on.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Now, you two just joined up, London and Austin. Are you guys starting to write some music for like hopefully a new album or an EP with
not
you guys
yet.
on it?
Not yet. As far as the music goes, with writing, it might happen like sometime next year. But right now, we're just trying to get the new album out.
We've been very busy, which is good. You know, with we have a lot of shows lined up, and you know, more being added like every week. And we have a backlog. You know, we have
4
this album.
albums.
We have this album that's still not even out yet.
Really
But Pete, who's not here, he'll be here tomorrow. He's the other guitar player. We've started playing around with some new riffs. So, you know, the band is going to start writing a new record probably very shortly after we play this show, because we're going to have a little bit of downtime, you know, less stress. You know, this is kind of a big show.
Oh yeah.
But after this, we're probably going to start. Like I said, I want to keep releasing things in a much more quick fashion. You know, I want to keep putting things out. Yes, like every year.
Yeah.
Because, you know, Ritual, I'm never out of material. I always feel like I have a wellspring of information and material to write, and I just want to keep putting it out.
Well, that's important as well.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to get a little deep here.
Uh-oh.
Now,
Go deep.
now, black metal has been always kind of associated with Satanism in a way. But I wanted to get your guys' perspective on that, on the whole myth and legend behind it, because I'm a born again Christian, so I'll be honest. Black metal kind of scares me for a little bit, but I know it's supposed to. I know it's supposed to, but when you I know it's supposed to, but when you're a guy who grew up in the faith, then you know it tendently scares you a little more.
And after this interview, I have some recommendations for you as far as like spiritual black metal.
All right, but
I'm not bullshitting.
but overall, can you explain like where that all came from?
All right. Generally, I mean, to me, I'm not religious at all. I don't believe in anything.
That's fine.
Nothing at all. That's how I feel about it. When I was a kid, when I started doing this, the satanic aspect of it is mostly shock value. You know what I mean? It's shock value. It's the anti. It's, you know what I mean? It's
the anti-establishment.
Exactly. So that's mostly what it was. But you know, I was you know, I went to a fucking a school called Faith Baptist when I was a kid. I read the Bible. I was inundated with all that shit. You know, as I got older, I read the Satanic Bible. I did a lot of reading. But to me, personally, really what it means to me is absolutely nothing. It's fun. I like London said, you know, I like horror movies. I like dark shit. To me, it's a fantasy world. It's just fun. It's all for fun. You know, I don't take any of it fucking seriously. It's just fun.
All right.
I would say that most you know, Western religions scare me more than
black
fucking
metal?
Satan is.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, I'm.
Well, you don't have to be scared of me.
Yeah.
I'm one of the cool Christians, actually.
Well,
You seem all right.
yeah,
Oh,
you seem
thank you.
all right. You seem all right. We won't chop you open to bits, but yeah, you know, religion as a whole.
That's bad. It separates people. That's what I think.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't unite people. It separates
You know, I mean,
In a
It's
way,
like-
it kind of does.
It's like, oh,
but-
I'm in this camp, you're in this camp. Fuck that. We're all in the same camp. Eating, breathing, sleeping, shitting. That's it.
As far as Satanism goes, and the whole black metal thing is like, with Satanism, I just maybe believe in it as a philosophy and like living your life for yourself.
Do what you want.
Personally, to me,
Do as thou wilt,
The
right.
idea that you're here to serve a god is absolutely absurd.
That's a fucking
I will note that when I got into black metal back in 2002, I was a born again Christian too, and by 2007 I'd lost my faith, and that's just, you know, I'm a lot happier that way too. But as far as Satanism, I don't believe in Satan as actual deity or anything like that. I just believe in that as like a symbol of
And
freedom.
satanic shit looks cool.
yeah. I, on the other hand, believe in demons and monsters and Bigfoot and UFO and the supernatural.
Right,
I
right.
believe in all that stuff because
You know,
the
as
world
a-
is so fucking boring.
Aliens.
I
without-
aliens.
Yes.
I
Oh,
believe
there's
in the
definitely some
paranormal
aliens.
for sure. I definitely
Absolutely,
believe in the
there you go.
paranormal.
Well, this
I
place is
kinda-
fucking haunted, so let's meet some fucking
But,
ghouls
but
tonight.
I will say, like, you know,
I'm gonna meet some
it's
girls
just-
tonight.
It's not
I
just
mean-
a metal thing that I'm an atheist, but like, you know, even these bands that are all like worshiping of Thor and Odin, I think that's bullshit just as much as Christianity.
Yeah,
so.
it's all stupid. It's
That-
fucking. It's
yeah.
like wait. You gotta grow up and put away your imaginary friends.
Right,
You know what I mean?
it's like there's even these metalheads that actually believe there's a one-eyed God that lives in the sky and watches all that you do and guides you at every.
He
Thank
doesn't?
the gods that matter.
Wait, he doesn't? What?
Okay,
Fuck you, Austin. Why you gotta tell me that?
have you met Jen?
Oh man.
Well, let me tell you something. I
Yeah,
do believe in
please.
the one God, and I believe in the Force.
Yeah.
Force, what do we do?
We believe in the Force.
Yeah.
Well, the Force is real.
The Force is real.
I believe in a way the Force is real, even if it's
Absolutely.
not. Even if you don't get to do Jedi tricks or mind control, but you can.
do get to do Jedi mind tricks if you know what you're doing.
No, I gotta look into that more.
It
it's
also
true.
comes in with manipulation skills.
That's kind of yeah. That's
I believe in kindness and
psychology,
generosity
right?
and love and
Yeah,
positivity
totally.
and optimism
Hell yeah.
and whatever that religion is.
That's what's up.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what we're
You know,
into.
anybody that's got faith, it's cool, man. As
Yeah.
long as it's not shoved down my throat or anything.
Oh no!
Cool.
Oh
Yeah.
no!
You know, that's fine.
Those ones are overzealous, and I kind of stay away from most people. I believe in God loves everybody,
Absolutely.
including black metals out there. Because
Hey, listen. All I can say is, listen. If there is a God, and we're created in His own image, that means I'm fucking perfect.
in a way,
Same
maybe
here,
you're right.
yeah.
Maybe you're right. All right, we
Yeah.
got time for a couple more questions now.
Bring 'em on.
After this festival is over, what do you guys plan on doing for the rest of the year? You gonna work on music? You gonna tour? What's going on?
Both. We plan to do Festum Carnus in July. We have a show in Colton in June, and then we also plan to work on new music.
We have a couple. We're planning on doing maybe a couple shows in Mexico too. So one in Tijuana, maybe Mexico City as well. So.
Bring your own water, of course.
Yeah.
Of course, nobody wants one
I'm,
house
I'm
revenge.
immune to the Mexico water. No, I've been going to Tijuana since I was a little kid. I'm immune.
Yeah,
Oh, my
he has a tapeworm.
Yeah.
It would
He has a
certainly
long.
be,
I'm
it'd
good,
certainly
man.
be great to get us shows like outside the United States. You know,
Passport.
passport.
Yes,
Yes,
get a
got to work
passport.
on that.
And we have a video coming out too.
We have a
Music
video
video.
coming out.
Yeah,
We just did day
I'll
one.
definitely look for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and my last question, I always ask my artists, and this kind of stumps them. It depends on what they like. So you ready for this one?
Do
All
it.
right.
I guarantee you're not. You ready? Who do you like more, the Beatles or the Rolling Stones?
Stones.
The Monkeys.
Pink Floyd.
Stones.
London just said he liked the Monkeys. Oh my God!
Hey, with the monkeys.
And Wings over the Beatles.
All right, you
Definitely.
know what? Fleetwood Mac.
All right, I'll give you Fleetwood.
Yeah.
I'll give you Fleetwood.
Peter Green and Bob Welch. I like better than Lindsey Buckingham, Stevie Nicks.
Oh,
Let's put that out there.
Fuck you.
Oh, hey, Mr. Christian. Well, I'm breaking up a fight right now. Oh, he's on the table.
Christian of you.
London, I'm a Christian, not a saint.
There's a long history before Knicks and Buckingham. I just got to say. and most
I know
people don't
that. I'm
Three
surprised
Man
those guys
Alishi.
didn't
Maybe
get in the Hall
CRC
of
will
Fame
play
with
that
them.
tonight.
That was awful.
They should have. But
Yeah, they should have.
Well, you're pretty cool for a Christian.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
He's pretty cool for anybody, I think.
Yeah.
Well,
Right on.
I am cool to black metalheads out there. Who knew? All right, well, Ian, London, Austin, thank you very much for speaking
Hey,
with
thank
me.
you for the
Thank you
interview.
very
Thank
much,
you
yeah.
for your
Oh,
time.
no problem. This was Ritual here at the Blackest of the Black.
right.
If you are a fan of black metal and the darkness, go check them out. And be sure to follow them on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and their official website at
Ritual.band.
ritual.band. And for
RitualUSBM.bandcamp.com, and on top of that, don't forget to catch us tomorrow, Blackest of the Black, at 1:30 p.m.
you hear that? Catch them at the Blackest of the
Well,
Black. If you hear this before you go to the show, or you hear this after the show, then you missed out.
Well, whatever. Just go to our websites. Oh yeah, go to Facebook.com/Ritual Black Metal and follow us there and send us a little note, and you can send me nude pictures too. I appreciate that.
And also, if you follow us in time, we want people that are willing to get bloody for a music video, so
Yeah, if
Hit
you
us
want to be
up.
in a Ritual video, hit us up.
Hey, I'll be in a Ritual video for you.
Yeah.
we'll hold you to that, bro.
All right, well, guys, thank you very much, and you kick ass on the Blackest of the Black.
Thank
Yes,
you.
thank you,
Yes.
brother.
Thank you.
All right,
London.
Take care.